What's the right way to estimate rent before you buy? Hi, Mark here. One of the fastest ways to fool yourself on a rental property is to use the wrong rent number. I see this all the time. A new investor finds a property, pulls up an online rent estimate, drops that number into a spreadsheet, and suddenly the deal looks pretty good. And the problem? That rent number may not be real. It may be close, or it may be way off. It may be based on properties that are not truly comparable. It may not understand the condition, layout, parking, the location, or the school district. Online estimates can be useful as a starting point, but they're not the finish line. Before you buy a rental, you need a realistic rent estimate. Rent is the income side of the whole deal. If you get that number wrong, everything else gets shaky. Cash flow gets shaky, and your confidence will get shaky too. So, how do you estimate rent in the right way? You start by looking at real rental competition, not sale comps, rental comps. What else is available right now? What would a tenant compare to your property? In the same area, with similar bedroom and bath counts, and the layout, parking, and neighborhood would be comparable. If your property is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, older house with no garage, don't compare it to a renovated 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a garage, central air, and in a better location. That's not a comp. That's wishful thinking. Next, look at active rental listings. What are they asking? How long have those rentals been sitting? Are they clean, updated? Are they vacant? Are there many similar rentals available? Active listings tell you what your competition looks like. But just remember, asking rent is not always getting rent. So, next is to look for newly leased or recently rented properties. You can look on MLS and Zillow, or the best thing to do is to ask property managers. Local agents may help you too. Sometimes you just want to watch listings over time to see what disappears quickly and what just sits there. The market knowledge is necessary. Then make adjustments for condition. Beginners can get too generous. They say, well, that one rented for $2,000, so mine should too. Well, maybe. But is yours as clean, as updated, or as well located with the same parking amenities and same heat source and so on? Tenants compare those things, and you should too. Next, think like a tenant. This is simple but powerful. Ask yourself, if I were the renter, would I choose this property over the others available? Is it cheaper, cleaner, or closer to work or schools? Does it have more bedrooms? Is it pet-friendly? Or is there more parking? How about a better yard with more privacy? If you can't answer these questions, be careful. Your rental property needs a reason to win. I like to use 3 rent numbers: low, likely, and high. The high rent is what you might get if everything lines up perfectly. Now, the likely rent is what you should use in your analysis. The low rent is your safety check. If the deal only works at the high rent number, that's a warning. If it still survives at the likely rent, you're thinking more clearly. If it completely falls apart at a slightly lower rent, be careful. The deal may be too thin. Now, listen up. Rent is not whatever you need it to be to make the property work. Rent is what the market will actually pay. That's just the cold, hard truth. So remember this. Often a slightly lower rent with a better tenant renting faster is the smarter choice. Don't just ask, what's the maximum rent? Ask, what rent gets me a good tenant in a reasonable time? And talk to people who actually know the local rental market. A local property manager, an investment-savvy agent, and other landlords. People who know what will lease quickly and what just sits. With a good rent estimate, you should be able to say, I think this property will rent for X dollars because these 3 similar properties did. That's a much better answer than saying, well, Zillow says so. Memorize this. The market does not care what number you need. The market will pay what the market pays. And if you get that, you'll understand that is where better investing starts. So, if this rent estimate concept lands with you, I put together a simple, free PDF. It's called the New Investor Rent Estimate Worksheet. It gives you a format to check rental comps and use a more realistic rent number before you buy. Nothing fancy, just a practical tool to help you slow down, look carefully, and avoid wasting your time. You can grab it at the link below. And this is exactly why I built 21 Day Investor. It's to help new investors think through the property, the numbers, and the risk before they're already committed to a deal. So, as always, thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.